Marcus Licinius Crassus, and together these three men will form an association referred to historically as the First Triumvirate. And having established this coalition, they will divide, kind of hard to see here, but they will divide the Roman world among them. And there's that term, you can see a little better on the screen. The First Triumvirate, Triumvirate. What it looked like in 55. The association is formed or established originally in 60 BC. They become allies. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, to cement the bond between Pompey and Caesar, Pompey will marry Caesar's daughter Julia, strengthening that alliance. Between Pompey and Caesar, Pompey marries Caesar's daughter Julia.
What did you say the third guy's name was?
Crassus, he's kind of forgotten about his story. C-R-A-S-S, you may chop this down so they forget about it. The C-R-A-S-S-U-S, Crassus. C-R-A-S-S. Crassus, by the way, along with Pompey, was the wealthiest man, one of the wealthiest men in the Roman world. If he was known for anything by this time, it was for putting down the slave revolt of Spartacus, if you're familiar with that. Though Pompey got most of the credit for that. Crassus is associated with Spartacus' slave revolt. On the fight against the social wars. And with this associate, you've got Pompey's prestige, most prestigious man and wealthy, with Caesar's popularity and Crassus' money. Can anybody challenge these guys? No one. Senate, nobody can challenge these guys. And so they divide the Roman world among themselves, basically cut it in three. The western territories will go to Pompey. It's hard to make it out on the map. The western territories go to Pompey. The eastern territories will go to Crassus. He sets himself up over here in Syria. And the central territories will go to Caesar. Again, Pompey, if you want to be there, Pompey over in the east, or in the west, Crassus in the east. And Caesar, the central portion of the empire. Now, what's going to happen? Having formed this association, nobody can challenge him. The following year, 59 BC, Caesar is in Rome. He's present. Now, what can he do? He can run for that office, the consulship. He does. He wins the consulship, his coveted consulship. He serves his term that year, 59. Then the following year, if you want the years, if you want the details here, the next 9 years, 58 to 49 BC, he's going to spend the next 9 years having served his consul. 58 to 49 BC. He will spend nearly the next decade campaigning in and conquering the land of Gaul. Remember those Gallic warriors, those counts? We talked about them in discussing the early history of Rome, the early republic. Remember those Gauls had sacked Rome back in 390 BC, about 400 years earlier? And remember what the Gauls looked like? Actually, what did they look like? Yeah, run around naked, screaming, they had tattoos all over the body with that hair spiked up with lines. Yeah, well, this is about 400 years later. They have not changed. Look at these maniacs riding around in a chariot. Look at dude's head, their trophy, kind of attached to the chariot, scaring people. That's what they look like. They haven't changed. They still look like this. Caesar's going to march his way into Gaul. He's all over the place in Gaul. As you can see on the map here, he's everywhere, campaigning in and conquering Gaul. Basically, modern-day France, along with Belgium and Holland, added to the Roman state. 9 years of campaigning. He defeats, conquers these lands, adding them to the Roman Empire. And notice, in addition to campaigning in Gaul, he also launches a couple of invasions of Britain. He doesn't capture any land there, but he initiates Roman imperialism in the British Isles. And what he does while he's campaigning, it's all over the place. He's there for about 10 years, so he's away from Rome. So what he does while he's campaigning, he writes accounts of his campaigns. All the success he's enjoyed, and he sends these accounts back to Rome. We have them today, back to Rome in installments. How does he do that?
So they can remember that.
Yeah, so they remember keeping his name before the Roman people. Remember what Caesar's doing up here. And it's interesting, you read his writings, he doesn't write in the first person. He doesn't write, I did this and I did that, me, I'm so great. He writes in the third person. Caesar did this. Then Caesar went and accomplished this. Then he went and did this. It's sort of the idea to create the illusion of objectivity, right? That somebody else is writing about his campaigns, the great Caesar. Nice piece of propaganda, keeping his name before the Roman people. All right, now while Caesar's up here campaigning in Gaul, in the meantime, where's Crassus? He's over in the east, he's in Syria, right? And he's hoping to build a military reputation for himself. Pompey's already the great. He doesn't have to do anything else. He's been great for years. He's already the great. Caesar is becoming great, and no doubt Crassus, is he hearing about those victories of Caesar up in Gaul? He is. He's becoming great. Well, Crassus, he's done nothing yet, has he? Spartacus, a slave? Is that any kind of distinction? You're supposed to put those like right. So no, that doesn't. And Pompey got no credit for that anyway. So he's really done nothing yet. He's got no military. That's what he's forgotten about historically. He's really done nothing yet significant. Pompey's got all the credit for anything he had done. So he wants a military reputation. So what he decides to do? He wants to camp. He's over in Syria. He wants to campaign against this group of people who control the Tigris-Euphrates River Valley at this time. A group of people called the Parthians. Now these Parthians, pretty interesting. Parthians. These Parthians, got a picture of these Parthians here. Look at these guys. And they controlled again the Tigris-Euphrates. I'll go back to the picture in just a second. But I've got a better map here for you. You see the green section here? There's Syria. This green section, that's the Tigris-Euphrates River Valley, Regulum, Kingdom, Parthora, of the Parthians, the kingdom of the Parthians. They dominate the Tigris-Euphrates and lands there, and lands to the east. Well, he wants to campaign against these people. A military reputation for them. They're considered one of the greatest military powers of the East, along with Egypt and some of these other places. If he beats the Parthians, what does that do for his reputation? Strengthen it a bit. Yeah, maybe not to the level of Pompey, but something, yeah, he'll distinguish himself. Crassus doesn't know what he's walking into. These Parthians, these guys, they're no joke, these guys. Now, notice, they're very lightly armed, right? What they did, they fought primarily on horseback, and they relied more than anything, they relied on the bow and arrow. See these guys. And what they did, they would advance against you on horseback. And as they're advancing, what are they doing? They're shooting at you with deadly accuracy. And as soon as they get close enough for you to try to engage, and the Romans, are they fighting on horseback? No, they're on foot, the mountains, right? That's the trick. So as soon as they get close enough for you to engage, what do? They turn around and run away. But as they're running away, as they're retreating, what are they doing? They're firing back with deadly accuracy, firing backwards at you from horseback. Yeah, Crassus, he has no idea what he's walking into. He outnumbers the Parthians 4-1, and he is annihilated, completely destroyed by these Parthians. In fact, Crassus himself, after the battle, the battle, by the way, they have to accept the battle, by the way, they call it the Battle of Carrhae, C-A-R-R-H-A-E, C-A-R-R-H. It's in northern Syria. Carrhae, up here, C-A-R-R-H-A-E, if you want it, 54 BC. I guess here's kind of important. 54 BC. Yeah, this guy's annihilated completely. He himself is captured in the battle as Crassus. The Parthian commander takes Crassus to the Parthian king. What's the Parthian king do to him? He suggested it. Chopped on his head. Yeah, chopped on his head in the negotiations. And I'm done with it. He chopped on his head. And then he later uses his head as a prop in a Greek play. That's what the Parthians thought about the Romans. Yeah, Rome, done it, whatever. You come into our territory, this is what we're going to do to you. And that's exactly what the Parthians did. Rome will enjoy some success against the Parthians later. They will never dominate these people. This is complicated now. Crassus is out of the picture. It's 54 BC. What happens to that triumvirate? Is it a triumvirate anymore? Yeah. It's a biumvirate, and is that going to work? No. And I guess it's worth pointing out that, I got the years wrong. I'm sorry. This is 53 BC. I'm sorry for confusion. 53. The year before the Battle of Carrhae, Julia, 54, that's the 54, sorry, 54, she dies in childbirth. Now remember, that was the bond between Caesar and Pompey, right? Julia, Caesar's daughter, well, she dies in 54 during childbirth, and the child died a few days later. In any case, she's out of the picture. Crassus is killed in Carrhae in 53. The year after that, a year later, he's out of the picture. Now leaving them, these two powerful military leaders, to do what? To battle it out for sole control of Rome. Well, in this second civil war between Pompey and Caesar, the Senate, despite some of the things Pompey had done earlier, the Senate supports Pompey. They fear Caesar and his great popularity. They fear the ambition of Julius Caesar. And what they'll do in 49 BC, Caesar's done with his conquest of Gaul. He's making his way back to Rome. He's approaching Italy. And the Senate will send word to him to disband his army. Late